Damn, Ingenious made the beat? Yo, welcome to another episode of the Coach Life Podcast Radio. I'm, of course, your host, the casual one, Coach Steve. Joined with me, as always, CEO, founder of the Coach Life Podcast and brand about building your brand. Coach Wash, how we doing, Brody?
We doing good, man. Business booming.
Business is be ridiculous right now for you.
Yeah,
You getting stuff on the flight. As soon as you land, you're getting hit up.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome, man. That's awesome.
Getting
Missing
work while I'm working too.
that's double dipping, bro.
Yeah,
You're double, triple dipping right now, man.
I am the third. It's always a three-piece.
There it is, bro. There it is with the bars already. We missing my co-pilot today. Coach Luna's out on vacation right now, so shout out Coach Luna. Enjoy that vacay. Hopefully, come back, well rested. Know you're gonna have some dimes to drop for us, but we got a special one for us today. Filling in that gap right now. Filling in that gap. A very special guest on with us today. Hip hop artist and co-host of the Correct Me If I'm Wrong podcast, Coach Byron B Class Washington. How we doing, Brody?
I'm well, man. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? You know,
Brother to the pod, brother to Coach Wash, little brother to Coach Wash, virtual sort of little brother to me as well. We've grown up just as much as knee high to a grasshopper. So really excited to have you on the pod finally, because we've been talking about this for a very long time. So great to have you on the pod.
for sure. I'm super excited to be on here, man. I'm glad we getting it done finally, man. You know, the schedules and stuff like that. So it feel good to be here, man. I'm grateful for this, and I'm literally excited for the conversation in real time.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. We got a special one for you. A special one because this one I think is synonymous with you since I've known you and anybody that knows B Class. Again, the hip hop genre has definitely changed. It has vastly changed. The landscape is very different than what it was 5, 10 years ago. Very, very different. You got a lot of different segments of hip hop, rap, so on and so forth. And you've been able to kind of touch in a lot of different areas of that, and while still staying true to who B Class actually is. So before we go into and dive into this topic, I want everybody to kind of know who B Class is. So for those who do not know who B Class is, can you give us a quick little rundown?
Yeah. So I'm just a grown man that started off as a little boy on the west side of Chicago, like many others, you feel me? Got both my parents moved us to the suburbs, and I happen to be gifted with words, you know what I'm saying, and with the ability to rap and rhyme and write and compose songs and stuff like that. So um with that, I just use those skills to tell my story for real. And it's just relatable because my life ain't much different from the next man walking around. You feel me? So I just keep it real. I ain't necessarily pushing no propaganda, no agendas that the powers that be will want, artists to push. I'm just talking about real life, the reality of things, my perspective, and that's really what I'm pushing. That's the P I'm pushing is perspective. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up.
I like to challenge perspectives. I like to push my perspective. I like to, embrace other people's perspectives. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm about. So that's who I am. I act, you know what I'm saying? That kind of fell into my lap. So I took some classes and stuff like that. So still trying to, take that to another level. Other than that, bro, I'm just, I'm staying out the way. You know what I mean? Staying out the way, staying minding my business, bro.
That's one of the things I again have always admired about you. Is something about betting on yourself,
Hmm.
which is the topic for today. Betting on yourself. You've done that since day one when it comes to jumping into the pool. A lot of people are very hesitant where they put the toe into something that again that they may like doing. Again, it sounds good until you actually got to get into it and actually stay committed. Again, Kanye said it best, right? What do you say? How many beats for a summer? In one summer?
5 beats a day for three
5 beats a
summers.
day for three
Hmm.
summers?
Yeah.
Again, you got to be able to put in some significant work, right? And that's something
Yeah.
again that a lot of people aren't willing to do. I've seen you do this. I've seen again, the Rolodex is huge. Just what's out right now is great. But I know there's a lot in the deck right now that's not out right now. That's literally just sitting there collecting dust right now because you're consistent in staying, staying true to your craft. So
Yeah.
when we talk about betting on yourself, I want to kind of dive into this topic a little bit and dissect it to where was the pivotal moments for you. So let's go into more of a personal background. Like, where were some of the pivotal moments for you that shaped your decision on pursuing a career in hip hop?
All right. So, I would say the most crucial moment to start at would be my freshman year in college. You know what I'm saying? Like I had hoop dreams like the next man. You know what I'm saying? But the way it was going, I'm giving y'all hindsight now, so it's 2020. But the way my basketball career was playing out, nothing to do with necessarily my ability, but just politically, the way my career was playing out from high school transitioning into college, things wasn't looking up, right? Like for me to play pro ball and make some money or whatever, it was going to be a long, what I'm saying, treacherous road, transferring in and out of places, and to be honest with you, I
Mhm.
don't really feel like that was for me, right? Because if it was, I would have stayed down and took whatever path I needed to take. I pivoted, bro. Like I always loved the music. I had always been rapping. I was used to kick freestyles on the bus on the way to games. You know what I'm saying? I had always been rapping in anyway. And so I pivoted and was just like, man, I'm gonna just dive head first into my music. You know what I'm saying? Versus like spending this time playing around with playing around with something that's not in my own hands, right? Like I wanted to take things into my own hands. So the situation was really just it was simple to me. Like instead of being in a situation where you work your behind off to be good enough and then have to sit behind somebody on a bench or what I'm saying, be a practice player behind somebody and you are good enough. You are good enough, but it's the politics, right? Like this is what it is. Or this person's a junior or I promised this person mama in their living room and that's how I got them here or what I'm saying, your high school, whatever it is, right? Like the politics is in the way. And I wanted something where it was like politics can't kill me, right? Like if I stay
Mhm.
persistent, I could win. Ain't nothing, what I'm saying, ain't nothing that could stop me. And that's what I wanted. And so music was that for me, what I'm saying? And also on top of that, what I'm saying, I just had a lot of emotional hardships coming up. Like we lost me and my brother, we lost a lot of family members growing up and we had to watch them die, you know what I'm saying? So like cancer deaths type stuff. So, what I'm saying, with that type of stuff, we had to um we had to be strong early and then we had to figure things out on our own some ways because our mom will be pulled in a lot of different directions. You know what I'm saying? Having to be in and out of supporting her parents or her sister or what I'm saying, my pops, he worked the night shift. You know what I'm saying? So me and my brother a lot of times almost in some way was like what they call it latchkey kids or whatever
Mhm.
or lockheed kids. So
Yeah,
so with that
latchkey.
being yeah, so with that being said, like we had to figure a lot of stuff out, man, and it led to us being creative. It led to us being a little bit of a little troublesome. You know how it go. It led to us being risk takers. And above anything, it led to us having just self belief. You know what I'm saying? We got very used to not having cheerleaders. You know what I'm saying? Like our mom would come to our games and stuff like that, but she was always like real tired and stuff like that. And then, like I said, my pops worked nights, so He would miss
Mm-hmm.
a lot of our stuff. We just learned to have to pat ourselves on the back, and whatever it is that we wanted, we had to lock in and just go make that happen, regardless of whether or not it was somebody on the sideline pumping their fists. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
if mom couldn't make it that day, if dad couldn't make it that day, I still gotta. I'm finna go turn up for me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I got goals. You know what I mean? And I think music, that pivot, all of those things that I just told you is what made me make that transition and still stick with it all the way to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my one thing that I don't have to let go of and it can't quit on me. You know what I'm saying? I try giving that energy to relationships. Well, the broad cheat, you know what I'm saying? You try giving that energy to, what I'm saying, basketball, but it's like, well, you got this coach that has no connection to you, this old white man who knows nothing about your story, where you come from, your culture, nothing. You know what I'm saying? And how you play the game, your swagger, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? No connection, don't know how to handle you, don't know how to coach you, don't know what to do with you. So you cut your legs off. You know what I'm saying? I needed something where my legs couldn't be cut off. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this was, man. That's what it is, still to this day. You know what I'm saying? I can still right now drum up an audience and put together a show, pay myself for what I love to do, and give everybody an experience. You know what I'm saying? It's a fair exchange, ain't no robbery. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, when you can do that, that's I mean, that's what we do it for.
Right. Right.
Yep.
So from an early age, you were able to get through and overcome that area of doubt, that valley of doubt that people run into when they start something new or they're doing something for the first time. Was there ever a point where you were in that valley of doubt where you doubted whether or not you were going to be successful being a rapper? Like did it get to a point where you were like, you know what, I don't know if I'm really gonna make it the way that I think I'm gonna make it or the way that I want to make it? Or was it always like you've always just had that innate feeling that this is just gonna work for me?
Yeah, I just felt I can't I stopped really thinking of it like that, bro. Like I got to a place where it was just like this. This either going I'm either gonna die or succeed, whichever one come first. So the path you see me on, I'm on that path. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Like, and I'm constantly, whether I'm crawling one day or one year I'm crawling, another year I'm walking, another year I'm sprinting. You know what I'm saying? Like the progress is going crazy. Then another year we back to a crawl. But as long as we making progress, bro, it's either gonna be get to the mountaintop or die first. You know what I'm saying? Whichever one come first. So it ain't even like the question, how do you fail if the grind don't never end?
Facts.
Right? Like that what
Right.
that's what I said on low profile. How do you fail if the grind on? I can't fail. I haven't stopped. I haven't started. I haven't switched lanes. I haven't. My journey ain't complete. You feel me? You
Right.
can't say I won. You can't say I lost. All you can say is shit. He on the
He's still
way, or
going.
I'm en route.
Right.
You feel me? Like you know what I'm saying. So like I can't. Like the industry, what the propaganda, the agendas, the sorcery, the treachery at the top or whatever. We look at the top as like money, right? Like that's not really the type of time I'm on. Like
Right.
I don't really care about money like the next person do. You know what I'm saying? Like the way Americans are taught to feel about money, I just don't have those same sentiments. You know what I'm saying? I care about lifestyle, yes, and I understand that money is a means to a certain lifestyle, but as far as like excess and the gluttony and all of those things, I'm not that type of person. So, my goals ain't wrapped up in having $1 trillion and stuff like that. It's more so about impact. Like I have a real strong care for black people and black Americans because we're out of all the black people across the world, we're kind of the most lost. You know what I'm saying? As far as like knowing, even having a way to shake the family tree to get even back to our roots. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
try to find your original last name. You know how hard it would because it's not Buford. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I mean? Like it's not. Yeah, mine ain't Washington. It's not. Like that's it's
Mm-hmm.
just not. Ain't no Washington's where how we was getting to it. So
Mm-hmm.
um I have a real strong care for like even if we can't get our names back or if we can't find what our root cultures was to be able to like build culture back out. Even if we got to change names, strip down, Start bringing family crest back, things like that. You know what I'm saying? If I can make impact and start sparking people to be, you know what I'm saying, impactful to the next man, and just be like Tupac said, be the one that spark the one that get, you know what I'm saying, that get it going. That's really what it's about for me, bro. I'm cool with being able to do Q bar size venues all over the country and just being able to be the nugget that get it going. You feel me? Or the seed that grow the roots out. You feel me? I'm
Right.
cool with that. Like I don't, I just think I just need for more of us to start thinking different. And if we think different, it's all in the music, right? You can change up your whole world. All you got to do is change your mindset, right? So if I can affect the way we think, everybody don't got to think like me, but we do have to think different from how we think. Because the way we think now, it ain't like we the niggas with the right answers and no results. That's who he is right now. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We got all the answers and no results. So clearly we don't have the right answer, right? So we got to start trying some other things and getting the results. You feel me? So
Right.
um, that's really what's more important to me than my personal goals and desires to be this, well renowned. Everybody screaming when I pull up. I don't really care about all that, man. I'm trying to make some impact out here. You can keep fame. You know what I'm saying? I want to
Mhm.
be able to go to the store. I want to be able to go to the store.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Again,
that's
that's
that's that's all purpose.
yep.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Finding the
Yeah.
purpose, right?
purpose
Exactly.
and realizing the purpose, because that made me think about the lyrics from Comment on B. It's funny we just talking about
Mhm.
the Luna was talking about that track, and that made me think about the lines. What he say? Looking into my daughter's eyes, I realize I'ma learn through her. The Messiah might even return through her. If I'm gonna do it, I gotta change the world through her. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And if you talk
Mhm.
about sparking a change, it ain't necessarily gotta be me. It might be my seed or somebody else I influence.
Mhm.
Um,
We always say this. It only takes one, right?
it only take one.
It only take
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
Class. And so you've used music as kind of like that medium to kind of reinforce and kind of use that as an expression to kind of how to bet on yourself. Explain through your music how you've used that medium to, that mantra of betting on yourself or having that confidence to do what most people again aren't willing to do, and that's living their purpose.
Yeah, it's like we all got choices to make. You know what I'm saying? I have this thing where I break stuff down to like its simplest form. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, I have I have time, right? I'm here on Earth, I'm present. I have life, I have these abilities, I have time. What can I do with this time? Well, you got people who say YOLO, and they say you only live once, right before they go do
Hmm.
something like
Use
life
it to do
threatening, right?
some stupid shit.
Some
Right.
stupid shit, right? And then it's
Yeah.
like you got people who like YOLO and they wake up every day and treat it like it could be their last and they get to it on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? So we all
Hmm.
got choices to make. And I just think more people just need to make choices in the line of like, man, you know what? I'm finna crash out about whatever this is that means something to me. I'm gonna crash out about it. Like if I had to die doing something or about something or over something, what would that be? You know what I'm saying? And then go crash out about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm crashing out about this music. Like you can't stop me. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing you can do. You can spew a negative opinion. You can tell me you can. I had a chick call me a failure a few months back. She called me a failure in public on social media, tag my name and everything. Like who knows any words to his song? And I couldn't tell the other day. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't tell that I had failed. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen a bunch of people in front of me, word for word in my music. You know what I'm saying? You can't you can't stop. I'm crashing out. You know what I'm saying? You literally gotta kill me. And if more people took that stance about something that was purposeful, what would the world outside look like? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So I mean, that's really the energy that I put into the music and into the lyrics. When I'm not rapping about some superficial stuff to just make your head bob or whatever, and we really talking. When we start, you hear them ad libs come out, and I'm saying something. 'Cause that's when the ad libs come out, right? When it's time to start saying
Hmm.
something, we put some emphasis on that, right? So it's like, yeah, I don't. if you living for nothing, I mean, if you living for nothing, you living for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't what we doing. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Hmm.
that's just it's just more people that need to be comfortable holding up the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the hard part for everybody to get over is the self reflection, right? Like I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I did this wrong, I did that. Okay, once you're done beating up on yourself, right? Like let's focus on what we have, and all we have is today and a whole bunch of tomorrows. Hopefully, you feel me? The past is the past. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like I was watching clips from my performance the other day. Not to be too long winded, but I was noticing like I'm performing these hella aggressive songs, but I couldn't stop smiling, bro. I'm like I'm in the middle of rapping the verse. I'm talking about beating somebody up, but I'm just because I'm happy, y'all. Like you know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be back on stage. I'm happy. I see all these faces. You know what I'm saying? All these faces that I wanted to be in
Yeah,
front. Gee, I couldn't. I'm overjoyed, bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it's
yeah,
hard for me to be aggressive right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right. You
yeah,
living your
man.
passion, you living
So
your truth. It's very
yeah,
easy to get lost in that because again, you at that point you're at your pinnacle, right?
yeah.
You're at your happy place. A lot of
Mhm.
people don't get to that happy place. So again, that just says a lot about again living that purpose. And again, like you said, betting on yourself.
Yeah.
I know that there's a song or songs that you have that kind of that encapsulates everything that is B class.
Hmm.
Is there a song that stands out to you or a verse or bars? Give me a couple bars that stands out on a particular song that you're like, this is me if I had to say like this is betting on yourself, B class.
Uh, it's got to be inspired.
I knew he was gonna say
I
that.
was going
It got to be.
I
And
It
the
was
got to
going
crazy,
be.
you know what's crazy? I had that song on repeat today.
Yeah.
I had that
Yeah,
on
that
repeat.
song, it's so much to that song, man. That song is very no Diddy. It's very meaty. It's a meaty song, man. Cause even in that second verse, bro, like when I get into the you this and you that and you this and like it sounds like I'm pointing fingers, but half of that stuff at a point in time it's about me too. You know what I'm saying? Like half of that stuff is
Hmm.
me talking to myself versus pointing the finger at somebody else. You like it's so much like it sounds simplistic when you listen to it just on the surface level, but if you like how you said you got it on repeat, you start like you like nah, like yeah, it's a lot of layers to this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
is that one. It had to be
is
that one, bro.
what I you did you see my text when I texted you today? I said you only one hit away.
Yeah,
I was talking about inspired. I was
yeah.
playing that when I texted. But
That could be. I mean,
a while ago when you made that, and I still, like I said, what I text
yeah,
today to this day. Before
yeah.
when
It ain't never too late.
yeah,
It
when
ain't
I
never too late.
when we did that joint, I was like, this gonna be the one.
Yeah,
I still feel like that though.
I very
yeah,
much enjoy that one. That's definitely on my workout playlist. So that's definitely one that's on my top 10.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there a line or a few bars in Inspired that are to you what make the song?
Let me think.
Coach Wash, I know you had it on repeat today. I'll let Coach
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I'll let
Yeah.
class take a second to think about that.
What you
But you had it
say?
on repeat. Is there something that stands out for you on that song?
Okay, where I come from, everybody is cutthroat. Could have been dead. I'm just doing what I'm up
I'm up
for.
for.
You know what I'm saying? Talking
Yeah.
about purpose. And then, like I say, my old homie jumped off the roof. I tried to shepherd. He was
It was
nuts
nuts.
though.
Not
So
so.
Like
life.
talking about like, yeah, like then I say life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
cause like you, everybody who's ever been successful at anything talk about like how everybody can't go and how like when you grow, even spiritually, mentally, financially, you know what I'm saying? You just lose people. You know what I'm saying? It really come with it. You know what I'm saying? And some of them they jump off the roof themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like it be competition, nutso, right? Tom Shepard and nutso. They going at it. What should have been friendly competition turns fatal. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like talking about that part, and then like life, win or you lose, you gotta pick it or choose. You know what I'm saying? And then I inspired, chose to win. Now we're first on the cruise. You're talking about the fruits of the labor,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, no, we making the right decisions. We finna live it up. We finna do it big. And then I get to the I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. So damn it, I think I'm a dude. That's back to the
Mm-hmm.
YOLO concept, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you only live once. Let's go jump off this cliff and see if it ain't no rocks under this water, right?
Like,
Or
no.
Hmm.
when you only live, you feel me? Like what decisions we making? So like that from that point all the way through the end, when damn it, I think I'm a dude. What I say, survived a lot. I could have died a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking
Hmm.
about the car crash I've been in, thinking about the neighborhood we from, thinking about, you know what I'm saying? Just thinking about all these different things. But I'm here, got nothing to prove, and that's so true too. You got so many people. I always say, step number one to failure is worrying about the next motherfucker. Sorry, can we curse on
Hmm.
here?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
okay.
free, bro.
Yeah.
All right, cool, cool,
Talk and
cool.
talk,
I
bro.
want
Talk and talk.
no, I just want to, you know what I'm saying? Because when I listen, y'all be super clean. You know what I'm saying? But it's like to me.
No,
But
we curse.
cause y'all listen to ours, y'all we out of pocket.
Your
But
pod is a little, yeah.
yeah, Instagram pulling our stuff down every other day. But anyway, yeah, man, that part for me. And then like obviously the second verse is tough, but like that's that part where I go, like I said, you go in and out of talking to old versions of yourself, current versions of yourself, and
Hmm.
other people that may be around you. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So that song's special, man. And then the hook's so dope. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That
Definitely.
woke
Woke
up,
up.
because that's a double entendre. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
Yep.
saying? Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
I again, that's in my top 10, hands down. That's definitely in my top 10. Are there any are there any current artists or past artists or future artists that you are listening to right now that are inspiring you right now?
Nah. Nope.
No,
Yeah,
nobody.
yeah. So he's just like, nah, nah.
I'm hella unenthused, man. The shit trash, man. I listen
All
to
hip hop, all rap right now. You saying all rap,
yeah,
everything.
name somebody good. Everybody suck for the most part. It's me, it's Fendi, it's a few other artists from Chicago. You got Jay Hayes, you got Weasel, you got I mean pretty much all the
Yeah.
people I'm cool with.
Nah,
But
Weasel no
everybody
more. I give him his
uh,
name. He go by now.
what is it now?
Rufus.
Rufus. I thought okay, Rufus. You
Hmm.
got but I mean as far as like big artists, I'm trying to think. Let's get messy. Let's see
Well, you
who
got
could
your
be
boy Kevin Gates. Why you didn't say him?
Kevin's incredible. I mean, I listen to Kevin, you know what I mean? But no, every time I bring him up, everybody gets uncomfortable. But I mean, I went and saw him in concert. I went and saw him in concert on his tour this year. It was amazing. You know what I'm saying? I took some things from seeing him in concert. I took some things from a few other concerts I've been to, and implemented them in my show. Just a couple of small details, but I definitely I love seeing Kevin Gates live. And his music is incredible, man. He's much like me. He's grown a lot as a man. You know what I'm saying? And you can hear it in the music, and so that's why I've been able to listen to him for 15 years or whatever. Because as I'm growing up, he's growing up. He's not talking about the same old shit, so it hasn't gotten old to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He's
But
progressed with the times,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Well, not. I wouldn't even say with the times. I would say with himself.
Well,
Yeah,
my point. He's progressed with himself through the times is what I
Yeah,
was probably a better way of saying it.
yeah. Because
Again, he's
if
matured, and as he's matured, his music has matured. So,
he's a somebody said his best. I think it was Fendi had made a comment online I saw today. He was just talking about his do y'all know what an artist is? You know, that's being an artist, because a artist expresses themselves artistically in their special individual gift of
Right.
artistry.
Yeah.
They have their own sound. They have their own way of going about doing things. That's a true artist. When you start imitating a lot, you're not an artist. You're just a copycat. You know, you
Yup.
really pretty much trying to hit a lick off of somebody else's style. Uh,
Yeah.
and, and Kevin's definitely an artist. So
Yeah. I
when
mean,
yeah, if you not,
so,
I gotta speak. I gotta speak to what D1 been preaching online. Y'all don't know D1. He an artist from
yeah.
New Orleans,
Mhm.
but he stand firm on his beliefs. But he been going back and forth with OGs in the game about what they rap about. Like y'all talking about the same thing that you ain't living no more. And granted, even if you came from that, you're not painting the picture in a sense of growing from it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You still sound like you in it. You still
You
sound
still
like you
doing it.
promoting it.
Right.
Even if they ain't doing it. That's his point.
Right.
Like even if
It's a
they ain't
lot of
doing
them
it and living
that's
it,
talking about it ain't doing it.
yeah, some of them never did it. And
Right.
then even the
Exactly.
ones that did do it is like you're not in it no more. But the way your music comes across, you sound like you glorifying it. So that's why I was kind of pointing out what you said, like growing with the times. Like a lot of cats, they growing with the times in the wrong way. They not growing. They are growing with the times. They following the trends.
Hmm.
And ain't nothing about that artistry.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, it's just a lot of trash out here, and then some of the coldest artists they killed them all. You know what I'm saying? You got they killed Nipsey. Nipsey was hard. You know what I'm saying? Like very special artist.
Hmm.
They killed Dolph. You know what I'm saying? He was cold. You know what I mean? We still got Kevin Gates. Thank God. Let's pray for him. Protect him at all costs. But other than that, I'm just trying to think about artists like, okay, like it's hard to listen to J. Cole now. It's just hard for me. I'm sorry. Because every time he starts talking about how he better than somebody, I'm done. I want to cut the song off. It's just how I feel. And hopefully it go
But
away
you
so I
know
can
what? I
get
mean,
back to enjoying them.
I would definitely take the conspiracy theorist route on that. I think there's something deeper to him bowing out. I think the whole plot and beef of Kendrick and Drake was something that was kind of being worked up without him knowing. I think he was late to the party to what that was going to be. And
Hey,
I think that was like the cleanest, the how he addressed it. I think that was probably just what he felt was the cleanest way to do it rather than just not responding at all.
Right.
That was his way of handling it. But I think he was giving a heads up like this ain't gonna be no three-piece battle. Like this is what this is gonna be.
Right.
And it's funny, back to conspiracy theories. I won't go down this
I
hole
was gonna
right now.
say you coach Luna in it right now, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna take his spot right now. I'm gonna do that. Does anybody know about the Simpsons? Simpsons predicted a whole bunch of stuff years before it
Absolutely.
happened. And if y'all don't know nothing about it, you're too young to know about it. Just go online, do a little bit of research,
Google it.
Google it, and it was there before they even start changing stuff that was happening. Like The Simpsons showed a bunch of scenes that occurred in real life before it happened. And it's funny, somebody actually posted the Childish Gambino video, summertime. Um, that was a cartoon video. It's actually a clip in there of like Drake chasing Kendrick on a bike or something like that. And then he just stopped and
Mm.
he slowed down because he couldn't catch up or something like that. And I only looked at it a couple of times. I was like, it could be something to that. I could see a big picture scheme on that for sure.
hmm,
The shit was dropping mad fast too. So Cole, I'm still feeling like there's some things we don't know that pulled him away from that.
It
yeah.
very well could be.
Yeah, I mean that makes perfect sense. I mean, it's not like them guys don't know each other and they're
Yeah,
not familiar with each other's
they're very
web.
familiar with each other. All of them came out at the same time. And
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think that's a conspiracy theory. That sounds about right. It's the way Cole got
no,
out.
I say it because
You
I
know,
know people gonna use that term for what I said, but for what I'm saying
yeah,
right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and just take it. But I
yeah.
think that's
I don't like the way that he got out. And then on top of that, it's one of these type of things. You said my name, um, and I know you guys are calling me now to tell me about this big picture, but you said my name, and so party
But
crashed.
if you
You
already
know what I'm saying? It's
if you
just
really listen to it, the even when I listened back to it, I was like, he said his name, but he really only truly like his name was dropped, but he didn't like really come at him. He just it was more so of a reference to the tracks, to the big three comment,
Hmm.
but he really only truly came at Drake in that track. He really
yeah.
targeted Drake. Go back and
Yeah.
listen to the
I don't.
verse. He said his
No,
name, but it was
I
more of
mean,
a reference point.
I know the verse word for sure. It's just
Yeah.
one of these things where even on Cole, the tape that he dropped, you might delete this later. I mean, yes, you had the one track that was pointed at Kendrick, but he was saying slick stuff all throughout that whole tape, the whole tape. The rest of the
Mhm.
tape's still up. He just took
Yeah.
that one song off. The rest of it's still up. He was talking greasy. I'm talking about
Oh,
canola oil grease
he
all through.
actually
Yeah.
there's a
So
track on that tape that actually was more potent than the one
yeah,
that they said
yeah.
was the diss
That's what I'm saying.
towards. So I was like, is this
This
really
the
the
one.
diss?
Yeah, this
I
really
can't
and
remember the
that
title of the track I'm referencing, but it was barred up. It was way harder
yeah,
than the
bro.
one that we thought was a diss. I was like, shit, this should have been
Yeah.
This the
Yeah,
one you
and
should have put out.
right.
it was very a lot of war bars in there. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is Cole still feel like he the best, but he not gonna prove it if he gotta beat Kendrick to get the belt. He don't want the belt and shit.
I
I don't know.
don't. It's beyond that though. I think it's bigger than that because if we see the movement that has occurred behind the whole battle,
Hmm.
uh, and I've been saying this. I had to go deep on y'all, but I've been saying this all year. This is revelation season. I said a lot of people about to get exposed this year. I think this was a cultural revolution type of deal because if you see the unity uh, just off of that single, that last diss track, you know, not like us, it's become bigger than just like a hard song. Like
Oh, it's a movement
even
now. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
movement,
And
right?
it's kind of like, and then if you look at the history of Drake, he's starting to be exposed for a lot of things. I mean, the Ghost Riders one never really a secret for a while. We've been saying this for a long time. But like if you start really digging back and seeing like what he represented in the culture, he really a pawn for real for somebody else. He's really a pawn for somebody else in the hip hop game. He's really been a built up, manufactured artist. He ain't, and that's why Not Like Us really hits because that's what he calling out. Like,
It's not the same.
yeah,
We talking about name, brand, and great value. I'm
you
not
don't
calling Drake great value, but that's
you
what he's making the
yeah,
comparison of, right?
you don't really come from where we
Yeah.
come from. This
No,
the
I mean,
stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like you
Not
don't
the
really,
same.
yeah, you don't really represent what the Black American culture really about. Um,
yeah, I mean, and on top of that, he's mid. Like Drake is mid. He's been mid. I mean, he's the mid pack. Drake was his best when he first came in. Like no Diddy, when he first came into the music game with what was the mixtape? Was it So Far Gone?
So far,
mm,
Which one
yeah.
was with the baby?
No,
well, that was an album. That was
yeah,
actually
that
an
was the
album, right?
album.
That was a true album. That
The
wasn't a
best I ever
mixtape.
had.
What was the mixtape? What was the mix?
I think that might have been it, Steve. I'm not positive, but I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
Yeah, I mean that was the hardest Drake back when he was doing Aston Martin music. The hook on that, like when he first came in, like his first like 2 3 years of his career,
That's what I
that
was
was when he
saying.
was that was
That's
when he was the best artist that he had ever been. Ever since then, he's been falling off progressively. I mean, his albums are very mid. The hit songs are just pushed with the heavy machinery behind it. But I mean, it's a mid. Like okay, God's Plan, one of his biggest songs. Y'all go listen to God's Plan right now. And tell me that's it's something like dope. Like that song, plain as hell is the beat basic
well,
as hell. The lyrics,
that kind of plays into the manufacturing of
Right,
an
exactly.
artist.
yeah,
It's
that's
like
what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
you
That's what
got
I'm
the
saying.
machine bomb. I mean, but he always had the machine bomb.
Yeah,
Even with
that's
the
what I'm saying.
times you're saying he was at his coldest, we got to look at how he got in the game and the backing that he had.
He was
And then,
marketable, bro.
but yeah, he was marketable
He
because
was marketable. He came from Degrassi. Let's go
but
there.
let's keep it real. What other hip hop person has come from television and made it to what Drake has made it to? Like Drake has gotten a pass. He's had the right backing behind him at all times. He's been very manufactured. If you really think about it, he's been given
Mhm.
a pass throughout hip hop. There's a lot of shit that niggas like us look like dark skinned Americans that actually do this that wouldn't get a pass for how he came into the game. He had the right people behind him. You got Wayne behind you to start with.
That
I
says
mean,
that says a lot.
what other way is that gonna go? And Wayne has had a lot of other artists, but ain't none of them pop like Drake,
Except Nicki.
except for
Yeah,
Nicki.
I was
And
gonna say.
Nicki ain't all the way there. And
I would
she been
challenge that one,
border.
bro.
Nah, she been borderline right. When I say all the way there, like all the way with it, like falling in line. She been ready to uh blow the whistle for a while.
Oh, I mean, I
On
thought you meant like not there in the sense of like not on
how
like the
big she
success
is?
level
No,
of
I ain't talking
yeah. I
about
was gonna
that.
say, oh yeah,
But no,
she
but
there, bro.
she's a lot more quiet now.
Oh yeah,
She not riding that Drake wave. But she's definitely been caught in interviews like halfway ready to expose stuff that happens in the hip hop world. And that's why you ain't really hearing new songs and singles and albums come out like she on a downward spiral.
he was just being quiet. That's
She
all. You
she
know where
she
your
No,
bread.
been
bro,
You
her
know where your bread is buttered. That's all.
when I say she's still popping, but just pay attention to her life though. That's
I
all I'm
Well,
gonna
mean
say, y'all. Like
she a married woman and she a mother now. You know what I'm saying?
she
So things have
married, she a
changed for
mother,
sure.
so was Cardi B. But the way they move is different right now.
I
all
mean,
right.
Nicki's
I,
definitely
yeah,
been in interviews like telling people like, come on now, yeah, you know what? I
yeah.
want to say something,
you've
but
seen those instances. Yes.
trying to hold it. And yeah, she close to popping. Drake ain't never finna say nothing.
Again, you know where your bread is buttered. So again,
Yeah.
that talks about legacy, right? Like
But the difference
what you leaving.
is easy to control somebody who ain't really like us.
Yeah, that's trying to be
Nikki is like us.
right. That's why she's quiet
She's
right
struggling.
now. She's
That's why
quiet right
she's
now.
struggling. Yeah.
So again, but that goes back to well actually that takes me to another question for you, class, because we talk about these hip hop stars, and I'm saying that in quotes because that's that's relative. Uh, so
Hmm.
um they all looking forward to leaving a legacy, right? So when you think about your legacy and what you want to leave in hip hop, what does that legacy look like for you?
Inspiration. Just inspiration. Anytime somebody think of me, it should be synonymous with like persistence and like go get it. You know what I'm saying? That you can do it like type mentality. Like I'm the little engine that could of hip hop. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then on top of that too, just understanding delayed gratification, understanding how to really be rooted in gratitude, all of those things, bro. Like it's all encompassing. If you for somebody who tries to dive into my catalog, they're gonna get all of that out of it. And that's all I could ever ask for, bro. Because if you take the philosophies that I provide in my music and apply them to your life, I don't see you losing. You know what I'm saying? That whatever it is you're trying to do, I just don't see you losing. So if that's what I could leave behind, then I'm a recipe book, right? Like I'm leaving winning ingredients for the rest of forever. The music is immortalized, so it's like, you know, I'm already it's over with. Like, I'm a hieroglyph at this point.
Right.
Yeah,
Leaving that inspirational legacy behind.
for sure. That's what it's about for me. And just challenging perspective too. People just gotta think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a struggle for a lot. But yeah.
So I'm not gonna let you go. I usually we got a couple things that we gotta touch on before we wrap this pod up.
For sure.
I want to ask really quick some impactful moments for you. Give me some impactful moments that you've had over the course of your career that where you saw betting on yourself made all the difference.
Um,
I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna be biased
okay.
because I heard again, not being able to be there, but this past Saturday, the 29th, you had what we
Friday.
consider, or this I'm sorry, this past Friday,
Mm.
what we consider B classes big jam at the
Okay.
Q bar. And it
Yeah.
got real emotional from the pictures, from the videos and everything. It got real emotional there if you weren't there on Friday.
Yeah. It did. That was definitely I could say this Friday. I mean, I know it might be recency bias, but I could say this Friday probably for me was my biggest moment so far. Bigger than Empire, bigger than everything, because I ain't gonna lie, they thought I was dead, bro. Like I wasn't used to I had been so consistent and so persistent for so many years over and over, you know, people wasn't used to not seeing me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even the ones who was ignoring me and just watching me just not interacting. You got hella followers, but the engagement would be the same, however many people and shit, and everybody else
Mm-hmm.
just watching silently and stuff. Like, yeah, like even like it got to a point, bro. Like my own mom asked me, like, you still doing your like I'm like, wait,
Right.
me? Like y'all asking me this? Like I don't care
Mm-hmm.
if I don't put out music for like, am I still like
Like
not
this
me?
is
You know what I'm saying?
always
It's like,
right.
yeah. And at first, when I first started getting them questions from just different people, during them catch up conversations, getting them questions from different people. At first, I was getting lightly offended, but then I had to like again perspective, right? Sit back and just think about it.
Hmm.
Like, well, what reason do they have not to think otherwise? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Yeah.
definitely on a hiatus. You know what I mean? Publicly. Yeah, I
Mhm.
know I'm sitting in the crib listening to all my unreleased shit every day. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But they don't know that. You know what I mean? So it's like, once I thought about it from that lens, it was just like, man, it's crazy though, because all the inspiration I talk, all the persistence I talk, and y'all niggas still don't get it. All right, watch the return. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Watch the return, and just having that hiatus and having to rediscover the passion and the love for it. I think just certain things, bro, had kind of derailed the way I was feeling about publicly pushing music. You know what I'm saying? And like
Mhm.
pursuing it. Not making music. I always been making it, right? But as far as like putting it out, getting the album cover done, letting niggas know I just dropped, getting on play. It was just like I ain't care. I stopped caring about that altogether. I had to I had to regain the enthusiasm to be a public artist. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Not to be an artist, but to be a public artist. So, um, once that came back, it just felt so good. You know what I'm saying? And even when I walked out on stage, my dad joked with me the next day after the show. He said, "Man, I thought you had a mask on from where I was sitting because you was smiling so hard. You know, all you could just see was just teeth." He was like, "I thought you
Mm-hmm.
had a mask on from the back of the room." He was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Cause that's how hard you was smiling." But that's the first thing I did when I walked out. I walked up to the front of the stage and I just smiled. You know what I'm saying? I was just happy, bro. I think that was it was one of them things where like I got to show myself and be a public testimony that not quitting is a real thing. Like
Hmm.
this nigga right here, like it's people who jumped in the comments who never bought a ticket, never came to a show. When I posted that picture and I put story told, it was a couple people jumped in the comments like they I mean y'all don't know, but I know they've never come to a show, never bought an album, never nothing. It was just like this is big. Like yo ass like you really have kept going. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a bigger moment than I understand. You
Right.
know what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
powerful, bro.
already said it was my favorite show.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Again, to get to a point again, first and foremost, it's already great that you're doing your passion. You found your purpose and you're living in your passion. That's already one in itself. Then to be at what for a lot of people would be the pinnacle. For you, I know this is not the pinnacle. This is just this is like a checkpoint on the way to the pinnacle, right? You know what I'm saying? So for a lot of people, it's like, yeah, I got on stage, I was able to perform, I was able to perform my songs, and that felt good. That's just a portion of, where you are today and where you want to get to. That's again, I don't think people realize again how powerful those moments are and what they can do to help propel yourself or somebody in that crowd to do something a little bit more for themselves. So again, like you said, leaving that legacy behind and providing that mindset that again that anything is possible. Like again, don't count me out. It's because you ain't heard from me for a
Mhm.
minute. Like again, don't count me out. So I think that's super, super impactful. So I
Yeah.
told you, I've been telling you this since you started music, bro. Like again, it's steps. Every time you put something out,
Yeah.
bro, I see steps, bro. I see steps. I
Yeah.
see a little again, you just taking those gradual steps that you need to take. And then sometimes again, you two-step or three-step or just miss a whole flight for whatever reason. And again,
Yeah.
there's been some albums I've been like, bro, like last time I talked to you, we was on the seventh floor. How we on 28 right now? What happened? Like what
Yeah.
happened? Like again, like you
Yeah.
can see those gradual jumps. And I'm glad you said this pre-show that we talked about this again, whether it's you crawling for, that 6 month time period or that year time period to a full-on sprint and making those massive waves like you've been doing, or taking that time and taking those inches. It's always that progression forward. And I think that's something that's super important. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I gotta give credit too, like how you said, like some certain times, like the music took leaps. I gotta give credit to my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like when I started, I had always been encouraging. It was like it was a shift. I think early in my music, I was encouraging my brother to make beats for me more than he was doing. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, man, like send me beats, like, do this, do that. But it was at that point in time, you talking about the same time period you finishing college, getting married, starting a family, all this stuff
yeah.
happening. Like, what I'm saying? Sending a batch of beats is not, what I'm saying? When you start talking about the list of priorities, you feel me? It's like, and I respect it. I respect it. I always been a keep it pushing type of person. I never take it personal. But
Hmm.
then, it shifted, some years ago, probably, around the Soul Food 2
Hmm.
time frame. And probably a little bit before that, low key though. It shifted a little bit where bro spun back around the block and was like, nah, like I'm finna start sending like I know you got your producers and stuff. I know you've been doing this shit for years. I'm finna start sending you, you know what I'm saying, some beats and stuff. And then he would even get more suggestive, like, nah, I want just us to do a project, you know what I'm saying? And like I was always with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like shit.
Let me
You know what
know.
I'm saying? Like,
Make the beats. Let's go. That's as simple as that, bro. Just send me the beats.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think a lot of that, the leaps and stuff like that, it come from that organic cook up. Like I said at the show from off West Adams Street. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that
Mhm.
organic cook up. It's that, we really from the same nut sack. You know what I'm saying? And the same vagina. It don't get no. You know what I mean? Not to be too vivid with it, but it's just like, man, bro, like it don't get too much closer than that. We took the same path to get here. You know what I'm saying? On the planet. It's something to that pulse. It's something to that vibration. Like, my brother's giving beats to other artists, and no disrespect to them. They make good songs over his beats and stuff. Nobody will rap over his beats like me though. It's just they don't even we could be all sitting in a room and he could be going through beats, bro. I'ma think of the best cadence over that beat. I'ma think of the best bop or the best pocket to get in over that beat. I'ma just do it. You know what I'm saying? I've been there too many times when he's tapping on them drum pads. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give my brother his credit for that too. I think some of the leaps that you see, and it's not that he's, what I'm saying, like it's a preference thing, but I'm just talking about the connection, the synergy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's
All my
something there for
producers
that.
is
Yep.
dope. All my producers is dope, but it's something that you can't. That's that je ne sais quoi. You feel me? That you get when you got blood brothers working on something. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think I got to give bro his flowers too.
It's easy to make stuff for it's easy to make stuff for you when you know what you like, when you know what you don't like, when you know where your cadence, can pick up or where it needs to, kind of slow down, so on and so forth. Like again, he's heard you so much and you've heard him so much. Again, Coach Wash, you were in band for a long time at
Hmm.
one point.
Yeah.
So again, like you said, class, like you got a chance to hear him on the drums all the time. So you know how he plays. You understand, his rhythmic, mindset. So it makes it really easy, at least in my opinion, watching y'all work together. Like again, you can see the synergy. I've sat in the studio with you guys and watched how easy it's like, put out 6 songs. We've been here for 30 minutes. We got like six songs pretty much almost
Hey,
wrapped up at this point.
that's the fastest one we did was the first one. It was Man's World.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
chopped up Man's World and cooked that up
Couple
on the
minutes.
spot.
Hmm.
Couple minutes.
And he was like, you can stop that right there. You don't need to do nothing else to it.
Like I
And
got
I'm
it.
just
I finished up the drums. He was writing to the chops, and that shit was done.
it was
Five
done.
less than 10 minutes.
Yep.
So I'm saying, man. So I'm saying again, that
Yeah.
synergy is something that you can't replicate that. Again,
Nah,
like you said, you got some great producers out there.
man,
For
I
everything
sure.
full circle. Now I gotta go full circle because the coach life concept for all of y'all don't know. This on the Coach Watch big story tales right here. Bam, bam, bam. Yo,
hit the button.
hit the button. So yeah, really B Class had a clothing line before, and Coach Life was the thing. There was a little bit of correct me if I'm wrong, couple of things that kind of came behind it. I know bro was real big into Coach, the clothing wear, just Coach in general, you know what I'm saying? He was rocking everything, Coach. That boy had
Yes.
had hella cows and whatever on him, whatever they made the leather
Couldn't
from, boy.
go to any mall without him stopping at a
Yeah, the
Coach
Coach
store.
store. Yeah. So
Jeez.
that was that. But then the Coach life, he kind of play off of that, and he had the Classic League. And so he had it, and then like with me actually being a coach, I swung back around. I was like, I kind of want to take a different twist on the focus of coach life. And I kind of went into that coaching world and mentor vibe and like I want to make something kind of was like a FUBU moment for me, like for us by us, but instead of just for black people, it was like
For
coaches and
coaches.
mentors. Yeah, coaches and
Exactly.
mentors. And so yeah, that was kind of a playoff B class. So y'all got a little bit more background on the coach life.
How it came to fruition.
Yep.
All
It's a
right.
circle.
It's a circle. It's
It's a
always a
circle.
circle, bro. It's always a circle.
Inspiration, man.
That's
Yeah.
what it is, yo. That's what it is. Again, it's not gatekeeping. And again, you could have been that dude and been like, "No, man, you can't have it. It's mine."
Right,
I
but
ain't
then,
re- I wasn't
but
really taking it from because technically he could have kept going with
My
what he
point.
was doing and it
My
wouldn't have,
point.
yeah, it wouldn't
It
have
it would have ran parallel to each other. But
pretty
again,
much.
it still would have came. Again, it happened the way it's supposed to happen.
Exactly.
sure.
So one of the things we started doing in class on our pod is we've been throwing a quick little fast five at some of the guests that's been on. So I'm gonna throw a fast five at you. I'm gonna give you 5 questions, sir, and you answer
Okay.
them as quickly as you can.
Okay.
And is you don't have to go into a whole lot of detail, sir. Just give us,
Fast.
some quick answers, sir. Supposed to be fast five.
Gotcha.
All right. What is the first album you have ever bought?
Shit.
Damn.
TLC fan mail.
Ooh. What are some hobbies we have outside of music?
Boxing.
How do you spend your off days when you're not making music?
Boxing.
Who's been a significant mentor in your life and career?
Fendi Frost.
What is the
And,
big
and Ken Smith. And Ken Smith.
I don't want to miss. I heard Smith, and I wanted to make sure that you gave Kenny. I
Ken
wanted to
Smith.
make sure you gave Kenny his due, okay? Because
Yeah.
I don't want to get that cut out. So Kenny,
Yeah.
shout
Nah.
out Kenny, man.
Kenny. Yeah, Fendi helped me a lot with navigating a lot of industry things and finding ways of knowing how to network, learning literally how to network. And Kenny helped me a lot with understanding imaging, like how to present myself as an artist and like how to look, you know what I'm saying, social media and all of that stuff. I think honestly that a lot of that attributed to me getting the Empire role because that's how they found me. They found me online.
Dope.
Yeah. So I give
Last
them
one.
their credit.
Last one.
Mhm.
Last question. Future
Mhm.
aspirations. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, both personally and professionally?
Personally, a father. I want to have kids. And then
Wait, what? That we need to hit the button on that one.
Hey
What?
man. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah. You know, I keep
yeah.
selling. I keep saying I ain't hold my breath on my nieces and nephews, man.
No,
That's
I
what's
do.
up.
I
That's
wanna.
what's
I
up.
wanna.
I just gotta keep
Yeah.
waking up, you know.
No, for real, I do. I want to have kids. So, like, in the next 5 years, for sure, I want to be I want to be a dad for sure. And then, like, that's important to me. And then also just owning some land because I want to start growing lot of my food, my own food. So, land and kids and land,
Mm-hmm.
um, simultaneously if we can. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And then, professionally, um. just being able to tour, bro. At whatever level it is, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to tour. If I can every summer put together, get to a point where I'm doing 10 cities or 12 cities every summer, you know what I'm saying? Like boom, I come hit Q Bar, maybe do two dates there, boom, go shoot out to Houston, do a couple spots, boom, Austin, boom, you know what I'm saying? If I can get to a point where I can go hit a dozen cities every summer and do that yearly, right? That's my little circuit. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for that. Anything that blows beyond that, let it come. You know
That's
what I'm saying? If
icing.
it's for me, if it's for me, I'm here for it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you participating in the Fast Five, sir. I appreciate the detail as well. I appreciate the
Yeah,
detail
my
because some of
fault.
it we
Yeah.
needed. We needed the backstory for some of that info.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, typically we ask Coach Wash to close the show out with some bars. I know he probably has something prepared, but I'm gonna pivot on him real quick because he probably don't know we finna do this. because we can't have class on
That's right.
without giving us a few bars. I don't care if it's something that's new. I don't care if it's something that's old. But you gonna give us a few bars before you get up out of here, bro.
All right, bet. All right, so look, since you missed the show, I'm gonna do this one for you then, Steve.
Thank you, sir.
This one called Bebe Kids. It's about where me and my brother got our principles from. So it go. So it go. Bebe Kids, me and my brother. Haters gonna hate, but nobody gonna touch us. Whole lot of talk, but ain't talking about nothing. Came from the bottom of barrel to getting buckets. Hooping on a milk crate felt like the rucker. Had imaginary shot clock shooting at the buzzer. Out west, baby west, out of street crazy. Was Fulton and Leclerc for the slide on my cousin. Me and bro, we was riding with our pops. Couple of me and bro, we was riding with our pops. Regular day, we pulled up on the block. Seen a shorty outside with his squad, standing in the circle showing off a little Glock. Same dude running with his little crew walked down on me and bro when we was in the vacant lot. Our block knew we had to hold the line. Whole time knew we had to play it smart. One trying to get popped. Hell no. One trying to get shot. 5 years old. How the hell I got ops? Moved to the burbs. One chasing no clout. We ain't say nothing about it. Seen Cuzzo hit his jeans with the start. Then seen him put a wad in his sock. I remember thinking how he got it. 2 weeks later, got booked for narcotics. Learn fast, die young. I'm a product. Came from the hood. I ain't never say the projects. Nobody got charged when my sister couldn't dodge it. Drive by, spray somebody, mess around and pop it. Grown man things that I seen as a toddler. Learn how to navigate it all from my father to survive in the hood, stay alive in the hood. Got to learn how to stand up when it's time to have a problem. Baby kids, me and my brother. Haters gonna hate, but nobody gonna say they will. Swear to God he won't. I put my body on it. Play with the fam, gonna be body Yoda. Black clothes, sending my condolence. Can't deal with one of us without the other. We just living how our father taught us. Baby kids, me and my brother. Haters gonna hate, but nobody gonna touch us. Whole lot of talk, but ain't talk about nothing. Came from the bottom of barrel to getting buckets. Hooping on a milk crate felt like the rucker. Had a makeshift shot clock shooting at the buzzer. Out west, baby west, out of street crazy. It was Fulton in the club for the slide on my cousin. I remember Pops taking my little hand, put my finger on his head, felt a buckshot. Lodged in the skull. Doctor says way too risky trying to pull it out. Said you want to be gang gang? A lot of people go through the same thing, ain't make it out. We was playing blackjack. Pops had to lay it out. Told us that the streets want nothing to play about. How to do a push up, I learned from my dad. How to keep my hands up, I learned from my dad. How to throw a punch, yeah, he taught me to jab. Mom told me I could only hit back. That ain't sound right. I went and talked to my dad. He said, shit, fuck all of that. He hit you first, you might not hit him back. If he issue a threat, better get on his ass.
Bars.
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 Bars. Again, yo, I definitely appreciate you jumping on the pod, yo. Coach Wash, I don't know if you should follow that, bro. I think we should just leave that right there, bro.
I only got 2 lines. I said
Nope.
that boy flow nonsense like cold as hell. Sonically fly with tails.
Bars.
Yeah.
Bars.
If y'all ain't catch them doubles in that brief little,
Just rewind it real quick. That's all. Just rewind it real quick. Go all the way back. All the way back. All the way back. Again, class, drop your socials on how can people get in touch with you? How can they get get your music? How can they get any merch from you? Go ahead.
For sure. So y'all, my primary social is Instagram. So just follow me at B Class Music, all one word, everything spelled correctly. B Class BCLASS. Music MUSIC, no underscores, no spaces. And then as far as merch, just cop the Coach Life merch. I'm not even doing merch right now. I'm finna get a new logo made. So once I do that, I'm a relaunch. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, grab my brother merch. You know what I'm saying? He got everything you need. Y'all, I see Steve rocking the merch. I be rocking the merch on my platform all the time. You know what I'm saying? He got everything you need from
bringing them
sportswear.
shorts back out.
Bringing them shorts back out. Feel me? You could dress it
The
up
wool
and dress it
joints?
down.
The wool joints.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hold on.
Oh, we can't see.
We can't get them in there. We
can't get them in there, bro. We can't really see. We can kind of see it. We can kind of see him. The gray. I see the gray. I see the gray in there. We see the gray there. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so just caught that. But man, yeah, y'all follow me. Make sure y'all follow me on Spotify if y'all got Spotify. If not, whatever your streaming service is, just look up B dash class. Make sure you check out my SoundCloud catalog, totally separate from my streaming catalog. That's where my mixtapes are. On SoundCloud is B dash class music. Or you could search the title Samson 2, Samson 3, and locate me like that. But yeah, YouTube, B Class Music TV. You know, I'm everywhere. So just you feel me? If you're trying to get into it, I ain't hard to find. I make it super easy. And as far as if y'all want to see me on TV, I was on Empire season 6, episode 9. It's called Remember the Music. Ironically, would you look at that?
Yes,
Look at God.
there
Look
it
at
is,
God.
yo.
You know what I'm
Amen.
Gave
Amen.
you a great
saying?
title. Gave you a great title for again for how you moving, bro. 100%,
Yeah,
bro. Again, I appreciate you taking some time out and not writing, and not recording anything right now, not working right now, so that you can jump on this pod and drop some gems on this, some gems on everybody right now on how to move and how to again push through your purpose, again and betting on yourself. So,
sure.
Coach Walsh, you got any closing remarks before we get out of here?
I mean, as far as betting on itself, man, you kind of heard it. I'm just gonna briefly throw this out here, but one thing that stick out about what bro did, I ain't gonna talk about me. I talked about me before. I'm ready to dive in when it's time to dive. We all got different paths, but as far as bet on yourself, the I've said this before, you got to get away from fear. So I recall the time where bro had our option to keep a job or take a severance, or make a shift in the job or take a severance.
Mm-hmm.
Did not go looking for another job. Didn't necessarily like the options that may have been presented to stay and switch departments. And he was just like, I'm finna go full-time music. So we didn't get into that, but when you talk about betting on yourself, how many of y'all ready to do that? That's key. And I challenge everybody to go look up any entrepreneur, big name entrepreneur. They got the same backstory. At some point in time, they was in a similar, I don't even want to say necessarily a jam, and some of them have been in the jams. Well, it was like,
A lot of them have been.
yeah, this
Again,
this is my baby. It's gonna work, or we on the street.
absolutely, absolutely.
And it's your will and your why. How far you gonna take it?
You are 100% right. And you said big time entrepreneur. We can just round it out to
Yeah,
every
even
entrepreneur,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I just say that because everybody just like to follow
The,
popular
the
people,
known
but
the known stories,
but
right?
you got people next door to you. You got
Mm.
one of your favorite local restaurants. They probably got this story, and you ain't took the time to actually rap with the owner. You just
But
been
you
going
go
in there
there
grabbing your favorite sandwich.
and dipping out every day. Exactly. Everybody got a story, yo. And it's funny because again, we talked about this last week. We talked about this the week before. Again, it's like a circle, right? It
Mhm.
takes one.
That's it.
It takes one. It takes one person, one thought, one click, one review, one
Some
something
only one hit
to
One,
away.
to one hit away, right?
one,
It
one.
takes one.
Be
You got to
inspired.
keep cutting.
Be
Be
Got to keep
inspired.
inspired.
cutting, G.
There
Yeah,
it
be
is right there.
inspired.
There it
Yeah.
is. Be
All y'all gotta
inspired.
do go to Spotify, Title, YouTube, B Class Inspired. So y'all go and stream that so y'all can see what we talking about. If you don't know no better,
Yeah, yeah.
go click on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, class, thank you so much for, like I said, taking time out of the schedule to rap with us, bro. Definitely appreciate it. It is always a blessing to have conversations on and off the pod, bro. So again, many blessings, bro. I know this is again just another step in the massive amount of movement that you're about to start making right now. Again. So
Yeah, man. Thank y'all for having me too, man. I love y'all boys, man. Appreciate y'all.
likewise, Brody. Likewise.
You too, always.
Yes, sir. Again,
Check
if you
y'all
like what
out.
you heard, hit that like and subscribe button if you want to hear more from your Coach Life fam. As always, stay positive, my friends.